Hey, thanks for being here. And I want to talk about a huge win for me today that I would like to show you how to be a huge win for you. There are principles of life. There are principles that God ordained and put into place. And because of those principles, if you either are unaware of them, you've been mistaught them, or you're kind of wanting to buck the system. I just don't want to do that way. And you have all this noise in your head around those things, those principles. Then I want to tell you today, I'm videoing this on October 18th, 2024. Now, in the thumbnail, you will see a purple bag that is from October 17th, 2018. And although I did want to go yesterday, I'm caregiving for my mom, and she is getting better. Thank you so much for your prayers. But I was just unable to get away yesterday to do this thing that all has to do with your integration. Now, this is my story. My story is that I was raised by well-meaning people. That yes, there were bad things in my past that happened that sometimes pale in comparison to some of the stories that I've heard from others, including people that I've coached or people that are colleagues of mine, friends, that kind of thing. Because a lot of times coaches, especially, we end up going back into helping the person that we once were. So many times the other stories of our colleagues have a lot of like, wow, you went through that moments. But the more and more I look around, I realize that almost everyone has, wow, look at that type moment. And then I realized this other thing as well, and that is whenever we hear someone's story, sometimes if the other person's story is a little more horrifying or a lot more horrifying, then we can kind of turn on ourselves and be like, well, what's wrong with you? Look, you didn't have to go through that. And there's something to that if you're trying to stay in your victimhood. But what I want to release to you today is that whatever you went through, if it truly hurt you, if it harmed the potential of what was inside of you, and now it's being perpetuated to those around you or the next generation or whatever your circumstance might be, then I want to give you permission to feel that pain, to say that that did happen to me and that hurt me. And I will tell you that I'm really sorry that that happened to you. And I knew it really did hurt. It may have brought about confusion that you're still dealing with. It may have brought about anxiety and fearfulness. Those are two different things. I love that Myron Golden he explained that so well. And fear is when you are afraid of something that can actually hurt you. There is potential harm to oneself. Anxiety is when your body reacts in such a way that you feel that same feelings, you feel those same feelings, but there's actually not a physical threat to you. Same feeling in your body either way, but one there is harm, one there is not harm. So let's get back to the thumbnail. And I just wanted you to know, stop, please. I know we shouldn't have shoulds for other people. So I will just tell you, I won't even tell you should. I'll tell you to stop. I will give you the permission to feel that whatever you went through. And the reason, let me backtrack here, and if y'all want to come at me in the comments, whatever, that's fine. But a lot of times people that have truly been hurt, they don't feel like, they also deal with self-worth. And so therefore, to have someone else give them permission, because that's really what I'm doing, that's really the wording, to give you permission to feel that pain, to feel that sadness, to feel that anger, to feel that betrayal, to feel that that should not have been done to you. But now that we feel that, let's get out of that. See that the enemy, which is either the world, the flesh, or the devil, was trying to destroy the potential within you and the assignment that you have here on this earth. They were trying to derail that. So what happened 6 years ago is that I got permission. I got permission. I went into a counseling session with the domestic violence, National Domestic Violence Organization, pretty close to my parents' house. It's about an hour and a half away from here, outside of Memphis. And I can't give you any more details because it's a safety issue. But I got permission. I sat across the desk from Amy, and I can use her name because she's not there anymore. And I sat across the desk from Amy, and I told her my story. Now, due to a lifetime of a completely different personality than my mother's, there were so many self-worth issues. However, God had also allowed me to spend a great deal of time with my grandmother, and she had kind of counterbalanced all of that. But I did great in business, but inside, I had a lot of issues of self-worth. So my relationships were not aligned to the value that I truly have, or that you truly have, because it's inerrant. That's from God. Your value is from God. It is not from someone else. So anyway, I sat across the desk from Amy, and I had been gaslighted and all kinds of many things that happen in abuse. And I got permission. I told my story thinking that I was either going to hear some of the, well, why did you stay so long? You must have liked it. Well, what's wrong with you? And why did you pick that person? And all of that I had heard multiple times. Or I was just going to get I don't believe you. You're just a woman that's acting out and being vengeful and spiteful and all of that kind of stuff. It really was it was like this minute chance that she was going to look across the desk and be like, yes, that is exactly what has happened to you, and let's get you out of that. And we want to come alongside and support you. So that's why I keep using the word permission, because she didn't say the word permission, but what she said, and what I'm saying to you, if you are in that limboed state, is I believe you and you have value. And if someone is treating you in any way that is opposed to how you were created and designed and your worth, then it is abuse. I'm not saying everybody go out and get a lawyer or something. I'm not saying that. I'm saying walk in the integrity of how you were made. Whether that is setting up boundaries or whether it is literally changing location. Whatever you need to do to make sure that what God put in you to come out and to make this world a beautiful place, because for all the darkness in the world, there is a beautiful light within you, if you are a child of God, that you are supposed to bring. The light, the city on the hill. So today, when I was able, 6 years later, I went last week, delivered books last week, and a colleague of mine out in Arizona, she happened to text me about giving a reference. She's going to become a professor. And so I told her, well, this is where I am and all that. And so she said, well, I'd like to sponsor 15 books, and did that. And so today I got to deliver 15 more books, and I got to show them again, because I talked to them last week and told them my story. But here's my purple bag. This is what y'all gave me the day that you said, you know what? I see you and you're valuable. And anyone that treats you in any way other than that, you should not allow in your life. And we're going to come up alongside of you, and we're going to help and support you in every single way. And that's exactly what they did. And when I wanted to come back the next day and pack purple bags, they said, no. But you can come back when everything's all better, and then you can help us then. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm not worried about that it took 6 years. It took 6 years because it took 6 years. That everything has been a process of me working up to that. But taking that first step and having someone else see me and believe in me changed everything in that moment. And I'd already been listening to Pastor Prince for a couple of years. So I had been hearing about the love of God, the Father that sent the Son, and the Son that came and gave everything so that his Spirit could be in me, and so that I could be in relationship, and that anyone that was less than that kind of love and that kind of relationship and that kind of support, not only did I need to then go out and supernaturally give that, but I needed to make sure that that was what I chose to receive. And now, 6 years later, here I am helping you, helping others, and giving back. And I'll end with this. I walked by a bench today that I'd never seen. I can remember kind of seeing it out of the corner of my eye now, but on it, it said, and we remember all of those that lost their life to domestic violence. Please understand that wherever you are in life, if you need help with getting in contact with someone for domestic violence, it will be in the contacts. You can, I will have their number, I will have my website, any of that. But just remember, don't lose your life in any aspect. God has put something great in you. And just because someone may not be hitting you or cussing you out or any of that, don't lose your life in the mundane. Okay?